As of this morning, summer officially over. It's time for autumn football, and we're underway on EA Sports.
This will make it into the end zone.
And look at this. A loose football. And now the Rams have got it going the other way. It's hard enough to play on the road in this league as it is, but to start on the road with a fumble on the opening kickoff, just not the precedent you obviously want to set.
Not at all, and now it's just words because they've talked about it all week. From the time they start game planning for this one, remember, going into hostile territory, we have to set the tone right in the beginning, and they do the exact opposite.
And he's got this one down to the 10. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Brings up 2nd and 1 at the Seahawks' 10-yard line.
They'll run here with Akers.
And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
Well, we know it's a tough mission for this defense to hold them to a field goal after that long kick return, but they're one play away from doing it.
They certainly are very close to accomplishing what they needed to get done because they've treated this like a sudden change. You know, when the offense turns the ball over on a...
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles.
Cam Akers.
His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Rams are going to take a first-quarter lead. It's up, it's good, and the Rams take a 7-0 lead.
Makes the score Rams 7, Seahawks nothing.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Fielded in the end zone. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback.
25-yard line.
This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
He was brought down.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
They run it with Carson. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
Carry.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
The Rams calling on their nickel set here defensively for 3rd down. Operating from the gun. Kerr. And that will be incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Just 21 yards on the punt there. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. They'll begin on the ground with Akers. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup. His first carry of their 2nd drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their 1st drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurdling through them.
On 1st down, they look downfield, and it's complete. Now they'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Give him 30 yards there. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Eluding the pressure right. And he's going to keep it here. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down.
Yeah, not much there that time. And I think we were both wondering once he got out of the box whether he just throw the ball away and he winds up only picking up a yard or two.
Looking to throw on second down. Winslow. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
5.
From the gun. Winslow escaping the pressure right. Just what Seattle was hoping for. The coverage holds, and now fourth down.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
McCann's kick up and good. But now there is a penalty marker on the feet, so let's see what this is about. So what a turnaround there. A roughing call on the field goal try leads to first and goal. They'll run this with Akers. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line.
He's already scored once. He definitely had his eyes wide open trying to get in there a second time, but I thought that was a really nice play defensively to deny him.
Yeah, it was, as you said, keeping him away from his second first-quarter touchdown there. Able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1.
Stopped short of the goal line.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
The Seattle defense, they haven't broken yet. Coming up here on a 3rd and goal situation. And they'll turn to a power game to try to get in. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown.
Tucker McCann.
Punching it in from a yard away. And the Rams tack on to their advantage.
There's not much as perfect in football, but that's about as close to it as you're going to get. Score, force a punt, score again.
And both drives were impressive. The opening drive was, that last one was. Now on the other side, though, what's your psyche? You're really behind the 8 ball.
You got to make sure you just hold in there. Survive the early storm, relax a little bit, and try and get back to your game plan. It's way too early for panic.
And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. Now a throw over the middle, and he's got it to start the drive. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Operating from the gun. Kerr. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line.
Gain of 7.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Off the play fake. Kerr. They'll roll him out right. And now he's going to use his legs. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. From the gun, Kerr. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that is incomplete.
So many times we see teams go on the road and want to lean on their running game, but this crew just announced they're going to try and air it out and make hay downfield.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Kerr over the middle, and it's incomplete. The intended receiver was DK Metcalf, and it's 3rd down.
They're giving him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big 3rd down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
On 3rd down, Kerr. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he is going to have a Seahawks 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. It's a gain of 15. 1st down, Seahawks.
1st down. That's the end of the 1st quarter with the score Rams 14, Seahawks nothing.
Operating from the gun, Kerr. He's able to out-muscle him here as he pulls it in. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. On 1st and 10, Kerr. They'll run the screen with Carson. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line.
Complete.
A good pickup there on 1st as the screen pass gets him 8. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Rams 13-yard line.
This is Carson. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line.
Chris Carson.
A 5-yard gain there makes it 1st and goal.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. A lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
Brings up 2nd.
I know in every game we do, we talk about momentum. That was a momentum play lost, and now there could be a letdown because they didn't get the interception.
Yeah, you could almost hear the collective gasp on the sideline as he could not come up with that football. They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's 3rd and goal. From the gun, Kerr. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. DK Metcalf. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks have made this a 1-score game. And that one makes it 14-7.
Makes the score Rams 14, Seahawks 7.
This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. A good balance attack for that last touchdown drive they had. Now it's time to see if they can do that again.
And it really becomes a tale of 2 play callers, doesn't it? The offensive guy, he's in sync. Everything's working pretty well. For the defensive
what's going on the defensive side?
That's a tough one because he's prepped all week as well, and he can't get a bead on exactly what they're doing right now. What he needs is one of his guys just to make a big play and disrupt things.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trip to the opposite side. And all
into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Marcus Sin. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. Well, this was a 14-0 game not too long ago. Things were looking pretty good. Then you give up the touchdown on the last drive. Now the interception.
So that's a lesson in trying to stay vigilant, isn't it? You have to stay on top of things. Can't relax too much because, as you noted, things change. Now they've got to go out there and get a spark going again and try and slow down this comeback.
2 yards.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
And the Seahawks are going to have a 1st and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line. First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a 1st down. Here's Carson. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. On 2nd down. It's Carson, and he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal. They'll come out in the pistol. On 3rd and 2, Kerr. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Tyler Lockett, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Seahawks just an extra point away from tying this thing up. Point after, right down the middle. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And we will not see a run back here from Harris.
At their own 25-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They start from scratch here, so to speak. 14 all following the interception last time that led to a score. Well, they've got it 1st and 10. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Here's a run with Akers on 2nd down. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line.
If they continue to run the football this strong, right up the middle, I don't know if they can wait till halftime to make adjustments. They better find a way to get it done series to series. I don't know if they need to sub some guys out, bring in extra people, maybe change what they're doing on the defensive side of the ball. But right now, they're running the ball very well, right out and right up the middle.
Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
A good first down call as the screenplay gets him 9. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
True formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. From the gun on 3rd down. Winslow. Maybe he hits him in stride. And he's going to have the Rams first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. It's an 11-yard pickup. Thought they'd run it on 3rd and 1. Not the case. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. They'll run out of the gun with Akers. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. From the shotgun, here's a give to Akers. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Cam Akers with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Rams have taken the lead. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
Takes this about 5 yards deep. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. first down. Kern. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Metcalf once again the target. Third down here.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away. Pulled in at the 24. Punt return of 76 yards. And the Rams strike quickly here for 6 points.
For the extra point.
A lot of times they want this guy just to try to flip field position. He flipped it all the way into the end zone.
Yeah, the rule of thumb is can you pick up 10 yards? That's getting a first down. Instead, he takes it all the way and provides a big spark for his team.
So after surrendering the punt return for a score, let's see what they can do in turn on this kickoff. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
At their own 17-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk is a big decision here.
And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Throwing on first down. Kern. Finding Knox there, complete. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. Big yardage after the catch. That one winds up going for 36.
And the Seahawks.
So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Kern. He lets it fly for Lockett. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by David Long. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Intercepted. The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 7-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And you got to think, if this is anything other than just taking a knee, I'd be very surprised.
Yeah, they've got enough to talk about at the half. Why do anything else? Just get out of there.
And they take this up near the 30 before he's taken down. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Rams going to get the football first here, and they look to build on their lead as the second half gets started. Good-looking return set up here. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
33-yard line.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now Akers to start the third quarter on the ground. Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Now a throw here on second down, and that's complete.
One of the things you're hoping for when you run drag routes, You're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
They'll throw complete to Cam Akers. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Call it a gain of 5. And that'll bring up 4th down. Here's Jamie Gillandale. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. And he'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And in enemy territory last time through the interception. We'll see what they do on this drive.
Can't wait to see how it alters what they decide to do in play calling. Do they continue to throw the ball? Do they want to lean more on the running game? It'll be an interesting sequence of plays that they've got coming up.
Does it often affect the play calling with the interception? How much does that change what you do?
I think it does depending on why the interception was thrown. Sometimes it's just a matter of the defense made a great play, so you continue to come back. But if it's on you, if the offense just doesn't have the confidence, if they're a little bit shaky, maybe try and take the pressure off and run the ball a little bit.
That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. Now it's Carson. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
To throw on 2nd down. Kerr going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
The scoreboard tells the story for him, a little bit bleak, and while it's not quite desperation time yet, it's definitely getting close, but the defense reads the scoreboard as well. They're going to back up and make them really earn it.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Back to throw. Kerr. Nowhere to go. He lost the football. And now the Rams have got it. Going the other way. And they are going to score on the punt return. Touchdown, LA. The offense, they've had some sloppy moments. Sloppy there again on that one, and it could be the backbreaker.
From a defensive perspective, if the offense is going to be sloppy, you've got to take advantage of that. And that's what they've done all game long.
PAT would extend their lead, but there is a flag on the play. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
On 1st and 10, Kerr. Tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks.
Seahawks.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Kerr, he'll buy some time right. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down. Off play action, Kerr. Now he's going to throw it back deep over the middle. And he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively. But instead it just brings up 4th down. Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for Seattle. solid punt, but also a nice return there of 14 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They're continuing to rock and roll, and at intermission, maybe sometimes you fear after such a good first half of a letdown, but that wasn't the case.
And what I remember most about being in those situations is exactly what you're talking about. You almost have that sense of satisfaction. You're like, we're doing really well. I remember one time someone saying, winning's fun, but so is playing really well. Why would we want to do otherwise? That was the message, to keep the intensity up, to keep things going. Well, that's exactly what we're seeing here from this team.
Yeah, it's helped them extend their lead.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep two eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting two hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds.
1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here?
Looking for Lockett, and it's intercepted. Picked off by David Long. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
A 3-yard
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Not much there, maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40.
The 40-yard line. It's a gain of 2. Brings up 3rd and 5.
It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down. From the gun, Winslow. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It'll be a 1st down for the Rams there on a pickup of 18.
Well, we could talk about it like it's just a basic route, but how about the timing on this one? Lined up on the right, runs a deep in route, and how about the throw? Right on the money. Bam, puts it right in there and on his hands. Nice completion. Really good pickup.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. They'll go again here with Akers. And the result here the same as the last play. Another tackle behind the line of scrimmage by the Seahawk defense. 3rd and 15 coming up after that loss of 2.
15.
Back-to-back running plays, putting them in negative territory. What can they do coming up on 3rd and 15? Back to throw. Winslow. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. The Mississippi State man, Chris Jones, with a sack there.
On for the field goal. A 55-yard attempt.
And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt.
38.
These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted. But I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yeah.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he will be taken down, but a big pickup there on what's going to be the final play of the third quarter.
14.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Kerr. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Throwing again, Kerr. He'll find Metcalf. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
And it's 3rd down.
He can run for it, and he will. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 1st down, Seattle, 16 yards, the gain there.
38-yard line. A gain of 16 yards. And the Seahawks 1st down.
From the gun, Kerr. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
Incomplete.
Now, defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game. And that was a big talk, both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them, holding them under 200 today.
And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams 18. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
1st down, Seattle.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. An 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Seahawks are able to cut into that deficit.
The Seahawks will line up for
a nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
Fielded near the back of the end zone. And we will not see a run back here from Harris.
At their own 25-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They're in control here as they start 1st and 10 and appearing to have righted the ship following that 2-game losing streak. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Michael Gallup, that's who he was looking for. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
They are certainly not letting up on the pressure in this one, and oftentimes you hear this expression, all gas, no break from defenses. But in this case, it's the offense still throwing the football up big in the 4th quarter.
On 2nd down now, Akers. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the 1st.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender.
The Seahawks
ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
At their own 40-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest. Left side complete to Lockett.
Complete.
3 receivers head out right, 1 to the left on 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 47-yard line.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49.
He was brought down.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. The Seahawks on third down. They've hit 4 of 7. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And now the Rams have got it down the other way. And they're going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. Rolling to his right. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked up by Jamal Adams. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. The interception was a good starting point, but still a huge hill to climb with his 3-score deficit, and time faded.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. To throw again. Kerr. That's complete into the hands of Carson. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
First down, Seahawks.
Operating from the gun. Kerr is going to go for a big play downfield. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
We've seen that the deep ball has been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
Back to the air on 2nd down. Kerr. Here's Carson with a catch out of the backfield. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. From the gun, Kerr. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. Operating from the gun, Kerr. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by John Johnson. And a great return as he's up close to the 40-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 5.
From the gun, Winslow. And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 16 yards is the pickup there and a first down for L.A. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Busting through contact. Just wasn't a huge hole there for him to operate. Stopped just inside the 35-yard line. Good gain there on first down and keeps him in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They're in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. They'll try and run for this with Akers. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
I've got an idea. Let's skip racing to the airport at the end of this game. Let's go to the post-game press conference. I have a feeling that the quarterback of this winning team is going to be given a whole lot of credit to the running game and the offensive line.
Yeah, I was just going to say the offensive line, yes, carrying the ball has been key, but those guys up front, they've made a lot of space.
Today's final score, Rams.
A lot of scoring. There's no doubt about that in this one, Charles. Points, they were not at a premium. They were